are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Russell. And he will go down, a Cowboy sack. Nick Bonito from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Russell. And that will be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, Right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Russell. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Russell. He finds his man. Complete. That's Alexander. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Russell. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. To throw on second down. Russell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Going right back to Akers. Shifts past him at the 45. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down near the 47. On third down, it's Prescott. Open man layup. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Moore. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On play action, Prescott. On the move to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to it. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Russell. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Russell to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell over the middle. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
They're unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air, and they've run it back 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Jennings. Nifty move. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Russell. This one caught by Winslow. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Russell. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st down, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Prescott.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Operating from the gun. Russell.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Russell. He'll get this one complete to Winslow.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens, as that promises to be a tight one. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Giants. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott now. And
And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And yet again. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Jennings. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Russell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards for number 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Looking to throw. Russell. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dayo Odengbo in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Russell. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Play action now. Prescott. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down. Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Russell. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 67 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning up. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Back to throw. Russell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Looking to throw. Russell. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll try to run this one in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Prescott yet again. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Taken in at the 3.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And out now come the Cowboys.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
A first down throw for Prescott.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. Third and short yardage, Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
It has been quite a display here, the opening game of the new season. Really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Commanders,
they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with